My father and my grandmother were in an ancestral relationship. My father and my grandmother on my father's side, so it's his biological mother, grew up doing stuff together.
Woman shared a story of how her father and her grandmother are in relationship, if you know what I mean. Yes, I was also shocked when I saw it. Story time, and she went straight to the point. It's quite short, so let's go ahead and watch the story together, and I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
Okay, I guess this is a story time that everyone didn't really realize when I first blew up, but need it now. My father and my grandmother were in an ancestral relationship. My father and my grandmother on my father's side, so it's his biological mother, grew up doing stuff together. Mm-hmm. And then when my father finally married his first wife, and his first wife found the fuck up, she left. The entire family lied to me and said that my father left because she was an alcoholic, his ex-wife. No, it's because his ex-wife found out that my father and his mom were fucking. So then he married my mom, forced my mom to have me within like a year, locked us both in a trailer home. My dad sexually abused me. And then I also found out that he was fucking his mom. And my grandmother would always call my father her first true love and her husband. And when my parents finally divorced when I was 16 years old, he went back to his mother's house and continued his relationship with her. And his family can say that I'm lying, but I have proof. She knows too. She literally knows too. And now that my father's dead, I finally feel free to talk about this because he sexually abused me for 16 fucking years, took child pornography of me. My entire father's family is aware of this. My grandmother and my aunt are both aware. My father died of a stroke. But before he died of a stroke, he had multiple strokes and he was basically like a vegetable. During that period of time, my aunt made him rewrite the will so everything goes to her, which is not legal because my uncle, who's not married in the family anymore, contacted me and told me that he was the executor on the will, so everything she did is completely illegal. So I had to get my father's death certificate, found out that he died from complications of diabetes. Great, because I hated that motherfucker. He raped me for 16 fucking years. And there's video proof of it. Oh, and fun part, my mom was actually taking the videos of everything. My life is so fucked up, by the way. So that is why I coped on the internet, reading my mom's text messages, because my mom was recording me getting raped by my father every single night for 16 fucking years. So to everybody who is saying that I was racist reading my mom's messages, no, I was coping because my mom was so fucking abusive to the point where I do not talk to that bitch anymore whatsoever. And she made money off of my child body. But unfortunately, with the statute of limitations, it's too late for me to press charges. But you know, it's not too late for me to finally tell the entire world the fucking truth. The entire fucking truth. Roland Leon Doyle was my biological father, and he raped and sodomized me for 16 fucking years. And I am more than happy that that motherfucker is dead. And he is the reason why I am as fucked up as I am. But the reason why my grandmother is still alive, Virginia Fannis. And she is the whole reason why my entire family got fucked up. She locked me in a fucking cage. She touched me too. And this is my first time finally being honest about it because she touched me too. And no one in that family would believe me except for my one cousin. And I even haven't said it. I don't have to say it to her because I know she knows. I know that family knows the sick things my father and my grandmother did to me because they were doing sick things to each other. And my mom knew all of it. So yeah. When you're wondering why I don't talk to any of my family, it's because they should all be in jail. So thank you. That is your story time. If you're wondering why I posted all those messages with my mom and I, that's why. Because I needed someone else to be like, this is not fucking okay. Because it wasn't. None of it was. Unfortunately, my mother's still alive, so I'm not going to say her name, but people know where she is. She works at Public Job now. My father's dead. Alhamdulillah. He died last year, and I finally feel free. To really say all of this. So, welcome to my fuck of a life.
I just woke up and I saw all of that. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I posted it. Just be straight up. I've been an alcoholic for the past year and a half. It's been rough. I don't go to therapy. I don't go to counseling. I've had therapists just quit on me. And it's very hard because most of this town that I live in knows who my father is and they protect him, regardless of him being dead or not. Because he was a prominent figure in the police community here. And I was technically sex trafficked. And there's a lot of other children in this area that are going through the same thing. And that is why I posted it, because there's so many children that are daughters and sons of people that are in police departments that are being used for sex trafficking. And that is the number one way that they use for sex trafficking, because my father was in the police department. And other people in his police department were his biggest buyers. I know I can say this publicly. Lancaster Police in Pennsylvania is being currently investigated for the sex trafficking ring that I was under. Which feels amazing, because that's the only justice I feel like I can ever get. Because my father's dead, so I can't do anything there. I can't do anything about my grandmother because that's statute of limitations and she's too old and veggie. And I wish I could press charges on my mother, but I am too weak. I am still too weak to do that. But I'm on here to let others know that you're not alone. You're not alone. I'm 23 years old. I own my own house. I own my own car. I have my own business. I have my own savings. I pulled myself out of this. I have no family. I don't have a mother. I don't have a father. I don't have a family that I can run to for a backup plan. I've been alone since I was 19. And it's been really hard. But just know that it's so common. And there's so many other kids that are out there going through the same thing. And if you're one of them, you're not alone. Please look at me. Don't hurt yourself. I've been there. It's not too late. What they did to you will never, ever define you. And what you can do is turn around what they did to you and make a way to define yourself. I took back what they did to me and became a model, an actor, a creator. I'm an influencer. Now I'm out here helping others that are going through the same thing. And that's all I wanted when I was a kid. I wish I had someone, because I had nobody. So I went to school every single day, just kind of hiding it. I was just the person who always laughed a lot. No one ever knew what was wrong with me, because I thought everything was normal. Sorry for my little mental breakdown there. Okay. But you are not alone. If you're going through this, you are not alone. My DMs are always open. It's okay. It will be okay. No matter if it feels like the world is crashing down and ending. Dude, I never thought I would be fucking alive, first of all, at 23. Made it this far. That's crazy. But second of all, to be where I am as financially successful, but also mentally, I wouldn't say physically, mentally successful in a way where I'm finally able to be open about this and know that it's not my fault is crazy to me. So yeah, there's just so many comments and I can't reply to them all, and I just opened my phone and I just started sobbing, and I was like, okay, I need to say something. But yeah, thank you. I just want to clarify, I didn't post that for sympathy, and I think that's very obvious for people who could tell I'm obviously telling the truth. But when I was growing up, I wish there was another creator or just someone on the internet. I felt so alone growing up. I thought I was the only fucking person. And now that I'm finally like older, every other scroll I see stories of people talking about their parents being in ancestral relationships with their grandparents. It's so much more common than you people think. Significantly common. It's extremely common in white supremacy. To drop a little bomb, if you've really gone this far in 5 minutes, my father and my grandmother were also part of the KKK. They were very white nationalists. My grandmother was a KKK princess. So they believe in that type of hierarchy, but it's also very common in white nationalists to groom and sexually abuse your own children. Hence why, to be fair, a lot of Republicans are really fighting to take away sex education in schools, because they are the ones that are doing the most of that, and they don't want their kids to know what's going on. Because when I first told my health teacher about what's going on, because there's teachers in my school that knew what was going on, and they reported it to CPS, and then they found out that my dad was a cop, and then I would come to school with a black eye. They found out real quick that nothing could be reported. So corrupt towns, corrupt living, corrupt life. But yeah, that's my little rant. Thank you guys for the support. Just know you're not alone. I love you all.
She has been through a whole lot. And I'm grateful that she's standing firm. I'm grateful that she is not dependent on anybody and she's striving. Yes, it's going to be very difficult. Even some days we just remember what you've been through, your child. Imagine just your father being your father being in a relationship with his mom. Your father abused you from childhood to your 16 years. Your mom is aware and she's recording it. Then she was involved in sex trafficking again. Like, that's a lot to handle. That's a lot. Most of the time, people that doesn't even go through this much, they unalive themselves. They just commit suicide. That is it. Because it's too much to handle. And the another thing I'm grateful for is TikTok. That a lot of people are coming out to share their story, is giving a lot of people that confidence to also come out and talk about some things that they've been through. Because this is not something that is rare. It happens, just as she has said, it happens. And the thing is that I didn't go through the comment section, but if I had gone through the comment section, you will see a lot of people also saying something similar, saying that the same thing happened to me, that happened to me, and you wonder, this thing is happening, or they happen, or it is even still happening. And thank God for social media that you can know what is happening to somebody. So place family was messed up, was really, really messed up. Really, really messed up. And this is why some women don't deserve children. Like, they do not deserve children. Some of them just have children just for their own selfish reason. Most women have children for their selfish reason. Because how can you allow your husband to be doing that to your own child and you're recording it, you're aware? Like, how do some women, I don't know, like, what is your take on this? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. And thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please like and share and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one.